Hello and welcome. Silrace here with Star Citizen, and this is impressions on Constellation Phoenix, because stuff has been fixed and I can go all over the inside of the Constellation Phoenix. That is absolutely magnificent. So yeah, let's talk about this ship, right? So Constellation Phoenix is hangar ready, but it is not flight ready yet. So I cannot take this out for a spin, but I can talk about it in my hangar. So Constellation Phoenix is a luxury touring ship. It's one of the Constellation Phoenix ships, because we have Andromeda and the others already. So anyway, the reason I originally eyed this ship is that I planned for it to be the headquarters, the HQ ship for, well, Citizen Support Unit. This was when CSU was in its infancy in the back of my mind before I really started laying out how the stuff works. And I'll be honest, I haven't fully, fleshed it out yet anyway, because the game is kind of far from release and all that good stuff. But I still wanted this ship because it looks the kind of a real luxury ship for after parties, after various, missions, but also for, conducting all sorts of meetings and stuff with possible long-term clients, whatever. So yeah, well, I wanna walk around the ship on the outside, talk about it a little bit, all that good stuff. So, it is not one person ship, as you can clearly see. It is not one person ship, and the lights are still as they were the last time I made a video of this. So, what do I mean by that? Look at the two lights you can see here on the left and the right. They are red, right? They are red lights. If I go on the other side and do the same, one of those lights is not red, as you can tell. The light on the left side is not red. Alright, so anyway, there are some things like that which I absolutely adore. I hope they keep it that way. I hope they never change it. I hope it wasn't just an artist mistake and it was intentional that one side has different colored lights. So yeah, my honest opinion is that this ship can be really scary to fly, because like the thrusters, as you can tell, are extended away from the body of the ship, from the main hull. That means these are all structural weak points, and in combat, this is not a combat ship though, but every single ship can be engaged in combat, obviously, by bandits and whatever. But this is a structural weak point, and if somebody shoots at this thing, you're gonna lose your thrusters. And that will absolutely suck, right? Yeah, absolutely suck. Thankfully, the upper ones are a little bit closer to the hull, but still, as you can see, they have been extended out of the hull. So it's a little bit, might be a little bit of an issue. Oh well. Lots of nice warning signs here, awesome stuff, which is like, come on, you can actually read that, which is brilliant. So much detailing, so much awesome little details, like actual more warning signs of like, this is an access point. Yeah, please, let me know all of these details, because I love that kind of little detailing. I appreciate that stuff, having worked at, well, other places where I have had to keep an eye on various warning signs, caution, this and that, and well, there is a maximum noseless cargo mass, RSI logo. I still don't know what the 480 means with the like the signs on each side. That I haven't figured out yet. If somebody knows, please let me know what that one actually means. That would be awesome to know. But yeah, it's a luxury touring ship. It's not a combat ship. It comes mounted with a Archimedes. It's like Archimedes scout ship is installed in this particular ship, and so when you bought this thing, you got an Archimedes. on top of it, which is really really nice. I like that it has its own little scout ship, well, parasite ship I suppose, because it's being carried by the main vessel itself. Looks wise, I am really happy with the way it looks. Like, even with those extended thrusters as they are, like, yeah, structural point of view, kind of a bad idea, but they really do add a little bit of, like, profile to the ship, right? If you look at it from the front like this, they do add. These extended little wing things here, which are supposed to, you know, probably house other, well, components and stuff of the ship, as they are like this. They add a little bit of streamlining to the look. I mean, if you took those away, the side would be much more flatter from the beginning to the end, and it would look, in my honest opinion, it would, let's straight up look worse, right? And I love the cockpit design. Like, you can see the three guys, well, it is a three-pilot ship, and so forth, with their big screen there in the middle, but there is so much screen space for these guys to really look out of the cockpit. Let's go inside, let's go talk about the insides of this particular ship, alright? Alright, so the inside, this is the cockpit area with couple panels here and there. Those panels being a little bit blurry right now for some odd reason, which I didn't figure out yet. So yeah, this thing gives you a look up through there, and it's a bugged right now as well, this seat still. When you come out of the seat, you fall through the floor of the ship. I have made videos of that before. So yeah, that still needs fixing, so I'm not gonna get in that because of that reason. I wanna show the inside of the ship. Right, now let's look out the windows, huh? As you can see, this is really intended for the kind of a luxury thing. Like, if you sit in one of these chairs and so on, you can have other people like come in here and have a grand look out of the windows of the ship still. I really like that. It's like you can come and enjoy the view with the pilots. It is unclear to me yet, like still, of like what is actually the necessary roles for the three different seats, right? So, like, who controls which parts of the ship? Can this ship be flown by one person entirely? Or do you need all three persons always to fly the particular ship? I'm gonna sit in the chair for just a moment, just to give you a view of what it will be like to be in the, well, main pilot seat, I suppose, of this thing. And as you can see, it is glitched. So, well, this one at least doesn't drop you through the floor of the ship, but it's still a little bit bugged, so hopefully that gets, well, fixed before this thing becomes flight ready, as it is not that yet. But the inside of the ship is where things get interesting. Well, there is also this thing which is quite interesting. There's an actual, like, a dining table and stuff here, which we can sit at and have a gander at things, right? Sit around, talk with people, and then the exit is right next to us, so we can jump out of the ship if we want to. You know, as you can tell, the hatch down is right next to it. Now, currently I have not figured a way to put this table back up, so that is a little bit of an issue. Like, if I use it now, it just sits me down on the table again. So there needs to be a way for us to, like, tilt the table back to its original position instead of just leaving it there. Abstract art. Why not? In a ship like this, in a luxury ship like this, oh yeah, abstract art. And then you have beds. A few beds, but for the piloting staff and stuff. Very, very nice to have beds on your ships. It's good to be able to sleep. I still think this bed section should have, like, there should have been a second door here, which would have cut off the bed section from, well, the cockpit and this part. This is where the luxury part begins, as you can tell, right? big windows on the ceiling to see through them. I can see the hangar above. 2 access points on each side. Obviously you cannot use them right now because there are like no doorway, no like stairs or whatnot going into them. So 2 access points right there. A kind of a bar on both sides like this. Absolutely awesome. And while I'm not so sure I am keen on these like these glowy like crystalline like tables and chairs, I would have preferred this sort of a like a comfortable looking like maybe brown leather chairs, that kind of stuff. I still cannot deny that this is extremely modern looking, extremely clean, right? Very classy. Table and bottles. Lots of empty bottles. Somebody needs to put some real texture into these things so they look like there is something in them. Unless this is obviously after party, in which case those bottles probably would be a little bit all over the place instead of neatly in rows on the, you know, on the shelf. So yeah, there is that. Also, sink. Because everybody needs a sink. Right. But here, like these kind of chair style, like these look very much similar than what the pilots have. I would have preferred this kind of chairs on the table as well, but that is just me, right? But look at this. It's like a big screen there for you to watch your favorite space sports programs out of, have a friendly chat with a couple tables. Those tables don't look very sturdy to me, but I expect they have been bolted to the floor. I expect, but I'm not 100% sure, obviously. I mean, if they have not been bolted to the floor, then that seems a little hazardous to me. Oh well, we will let it pass. Now, this thing, you cannot sit in it yet, and I actually don't know what this is supposed to be about. This looks like a jacuzzi to me, but I can't tell, obviously. There doesn't seem to be water intake anywhere, or like, or a way for the water to drain out afterwards. So maybe it is just for conference, maybe. But then, like, if you have 8 people sitting there, how the places are they all supposed to be able to have their, you know, legs fed? Unless this is to house very short people only. I don't know. But yeah, there is that kind of thing in middle here, which I haven't really figured the use for yet, and the like reason for its existence. More art. I wish these looked different and they weren't just copy paste of each other. I mean, all the ones look exactly the same. So I hope that gets changed a little bit still. Right. So we have some questionable item pieces here. And a bed, like a larger bed, which is just peachy, right? Like a big, I guess 2-person bed. Awesome stuff, excuse me. So, if I open this door leads to the attached ship, right? So this is how you enter, once it gets docked with this one, this is how you enter the other parasite ship, and the glitch still works. Awesome. So I can walk through the wall. So this was a glitch I found earlier, and I hoped it would have been fixed, but I'm gonna show it here anyway, because I might as well show these glitches while I'm talking about the impressions on these videos, or on this particular ship. The stuff which needs to still be fixed before this thing goes flight ready. Oh, am I stuck on the floor now? Alright, looks like I'm stuck on the floor. Okay, I got out of it by going third person and sprinting. Alright, cool. So yeah, some of the things on the ship are still not finished, and that might be the reason why it's not flight ready as well. But most of the stuff works and looks awesome and stuff, and this is... It is an expensive ship. I'll be outright and honest with you and say that this is an expensive ship to put your money into, and it doesn't serve any real function other than being a luxury touring ship. Like, it's not a combat vessel. It doesn't help you mine or trade or whatnot. It might never make back the money you actually spend on it. But for someone like me who needed a ship for Citizen Support Unit's headquarters, for when the game comes out, I think this was worth the buy. Simply from the looks of it and stuff, I seriously think it was worth the money. For me. For the average person out there who doesn't have big aspirations of like possibly running an organization for yourself and so on, probably not worth it. In all honesty, probably not worth it. Grab another Constellation which does what you want out of it, for example an exploration ship, or go out for a bigger like a cargo hauling or a mining ship instead with all that money. All that, well, do you have to throw into this particular ship to get it. But for me, I still think this was worth it. From the sleek outwards looks, okay, it's kind of a conical instead of sleek, but still, from the very, very flashy and classy indoors looks, yeah, I think this is gonna be the very much worth the CSU headquarters for the game's release. Thank you very, very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and hopefully the developers out there are awesome designers of the game, producers, and all the art guys. Everybody out there, you should be proud of what you have created, but you should also go and fix the couple issues still with the ship, so we can get to fly this bad boy. Please? Thank you. Thank you very, very much for watching.